Hello, Tamil and Vinod. Can you hear me? Good evening, Tamil. How are you? Good evening, Samu. How are you? So, enjoying your weekend, everybody? So, tomorrow will be a working day for you. Oh, like in India, the weekend is Saturday and Sunday. So, Sunday night is very gloomy, and moreover, Monday blues. Monday is more gloomy. Monday morning, nobody wants to get back to work after a weekend, isn't it? All right. So today we are going to we will be studying on organization as a function of management. We'll be discussing about organization, its nature, its importance, its process, its purpose. That all we'll be discussing. And I have a small quiz for you. It's a general quiz. It's not related to the subject. It's a general GK knowledge, GK quiz we can say. But I'll go to that in a little bit later, because maybe some other students may join. So I just don't want to repeat it again and again. So we'll be going to that in the later part of the class. So right now we'll be starting with the organization function of management. All right. Is my voice properly audible? Okay. So now let's just start with organizing. So organizing it's a two-fold aspect. It has got two-fold aspect. It is also a function of management, and it is also, it is used as a noun and as a verb also. When we talk about organizing as a function of management, we talk about it in terms of verb because it's an action, it's a doing word. We organize things. And when we talk about organization as a whole, as a structure, then we talk about organization as a noun. Okay? We say it's an organization. Vinod, I say my voice has an echo. Tamil and Samu, are you also facing the same thing? Vinod, now is it fine? Just wait. Is it all right now? Okay. So, uh, as a function, you can see on the whiteboard now, as a function, it is a verb. It is doing things. You organize things. You organize people in an organization. So that's organizing. Then as a structure, if we talk about organization, then it's a noun. Alright? Means it's a organization. It's a multi-layered organization. It has got a CEO. Then there is a president. There's a vice president. There is a departmental head. So that is the structure of the organization. So that is one way. So what are the activities which come within the scope of organizing? First, identification of activities, grouping of activities, assignment of jobs to formal groups, establishing a network of authority and responsibility, providing framework for measurement, evaluation and control. Okay, these are the activities which come in the framework or under a definition of organization. Then resources are determining the specific needs of resources, allocation of resources into specific groups, evaluation and control of the use of resources. Now, the formal definition is organizing is the process of arranging and allocating work, authority and resources among an organization's members so that they can achieve organizational goals. In simple words, this is a very simple definition given by Stoner, Freeman and Gilbert, and it explains the function of organization in very simple language. It covers both the aspects, organization as a noun and organization as a verb. It covers both. So under the process of organizing means when we talk about it as a verb, these are the four major aspects of that. First is division of work, grouping of work, delegation of authority and coordination of work. These are the four pillars on which organizing is done. Okay, clear to everybody? Tamil Rasi? Tamila Rasi, I'm not able to get in response from you. Are you there? Okay, so now you can see the process of organization simplified. If we study it in terms of a diagrammatic representation, first is designing job, how the job has to be done, what has to be done in a particular profile, that is designing job. Then forming departments. Now departments have been formed, 3, 3 and 3 in the blocks of 3. Then creating a hierarchy. Amongst these three, one has been given the role of a boss, okay, and two are subordinates working under the one. Then distribution of authority. These people are having some authority, the top ranked people. Then coordinating and integrating the activities. The activities should be coordinated. This department is coordinating with this one and this one with this one. So there has to be a chain of coordination amongst the all departments. Then differentiating positions. These two are reporting to this person, so he is the head over here. So that is also under the scope of organizing. Now, there are certain principles which govern the organizing function of an organization. So we can discuss them, and you might be knowing about some of them. First is the unity of objective, specialization, coordination, authority and responsibility, unity of command, scalar chain, span of control, exception, efficiency, balance, homogeneity, continuity and simplicity. Now these are the principles of management, and you know there are how many principles of management, you know about them? In all, number, how many principles of management are there? Can anyone tell? Tamila, Vinod, Sam? No idea. Okay, there are 14 principles of management. Basic. So they are just the same as these principles only. There may just be a little bit of difference between them. Tamila is typing something. Okay, let's just continue. So first is the unity of objective. Unity of objective. This principle says that there should be one objective for every person working in the organization, and it basically means that all the activities in an organization should be directed towards the common objective of the organization. Like the objective of any organization is profit earning and survival in the long run. So all the activities should be focused on that only. Profit will be generated when the sales will be more. Sales will be more when the goods are of excellent quality. The goods will be of excellent quality if the person involved in its manufacturing are working wholeheartedly and they are giving their best. So all the activities should be aimed towards the objective of the organization. Okay? There should be unity of objective. The personal objectives or the personal interest should be done away with as far as we are associated with any organization. Like if I am working for IIMTS, what is the objective of IIMTS? Can you tell me? What do you think is the objective of IIMTS? Yes, to have all students qualified to means to facilitate the process of this online studies, online course conduction, and to see that more and more students get enrolled and they benefit by this program, and more people should get professional degrees. That is the main aim of IIMTS. So if I am working for IIMTS, my goal should also be this only. I should not have any personal objective in my mind. I should not have this objective that okay, I am having 7-8 students in my class, I will contact them personally, then I will ask them how to come to Dubai, and I'll get all the details and I will use them for that purpose. No, that shouldn't be there in my mind. What should be there in my mind is that yes, I have to work for IIMTS and I have to give maximum knowledge to the students in the class, and so that they get the best out of me. Okay, that's unity of objective. Now specialization, that is every department should have some kind of specialization, and the person having the specialization must be allotted to that department. If you put the wrong person at the wrong place, then the results will also be hampered. Then there should be coordination among the different departments. The activities should all be coordinated. Authority and responsibility, this means when we are giving a particular profile to a person, then we are giving authority to him, and at the same time he is responsible for the job to be done. So that means authority and responsibility go hands in hand. Okay, if I am the teacher at IIMTS, so I have the authority to check my students in the class. Then I also have the responsibility that students should come to class in time, then they should perform well in the exams, they should all qualify, isn't it? Tamila, Vinod, Samu? So I'm having authority and responsibility at the same time. So they are two faces of the same coin. If you have the authority to do something, you also are responsible for that task. Then unity of command. Unity of command says that one type of command should come to every person. Means if I am reporting to A, then instructions should come to me from A only. I should not get instructions from B, C, D and everybody. Okay, there should be one person from whom I should be getting the command. If I'll be getting command from lots of people, then there will be confusion and chaos. So that should be avoided. Then scalar chain. Scalar chain says that there should be a hierarchical setting in the organization, and that should be followed. For any activity, the chain should be followed. The subordinate should report to the middle management, the middle management to the top management, and top management to the CEO level of authority. Okay. Then span of control. Span of control means that there should be a limited number of people under a particular person's control. If this goes, if like the number of people under one's control is too much, are too many, then definitely the results will be unfavorable. Exceptions There can be exceptional people in the organization, and in certain situations the rules can be overlooked if it's beneficial to the organization. Efficiency is, again, every department is expected to give the best. There should be balance in the activities of the organization. The activities should be all homogeneous. There should be homogeneity in the activity, means like more or less the same type. Then there should be continuity of operations, and the task should be simply designed. The activity should be very simple to understand and easy to execute. They shouldn't be very complicated. Okay. Okay. So now the second part is organizational architecture. That is the second part of the term organization. So there is vertical differentiation and there is horizontal differentiation. So vertical structure is that we will see, and what is horizontal, that also we will see. So this is vertical representation, when there is a subordinate, then a boss, and another boss. Okay, so that is the chain which we have in most of the organization. This is a vertical structure. So you can see, if it's a tall organization or a tall structure, then there are many levels of authority. This is level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and there can be many more. And if it's a flat organization, then it will be like this. The structure is flat. Level 1, level 2, and the final authority. Okay? Is it clear? So which one you think is better? Tall or flat? Tall. Vinod says tall. Tamila also says tall. Samu says tall. Yeah, what we see is tall only. So normally what we see in the companies is the tall structure. So that is alright. And flat structure is also not bad, and it's needed in certain situations. So what are the advantages of this? This type of organizational architecture has many layers and a narrow span of control. Means the number of people under one's control are less. Like you can see, 2 people reporting to 1, these 2 reporting to 1, and these 2 reporting to 1. So the span of control is very minimum. Like the number of people under one's control is less. Then in a flat organization, the layers are few and the span of control is very wide. As we saw over here, 4 people under 1, 4 under 1. So that way, under the president there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 people. So it's like that way. Now these are the, you can say, advantages of or a disadvantage of having such structures. Tall structures are very expensive because of the number of managers involved. They foster more communication problems because of the number of people through whom information must pass. Yes, more and more people are involved in a single process, in a single task. So that leads to a lot of miscommunication. Then in the flat organization, it leads to higher level of employee morale and productivity. It creates more administrative responsibility for the relatively few managers. The managers are less, so the task is more before them. They have to control lots of people. So administrative task goes up. Then it creates more supervisory responsibility for managers due to wider span of control. The manager has the major responsibility. He is responsible for the activities of all the subordinates working under him. Like you can see, it's an example. General manager is there, then production department, finance, marketing, HR, all are functioning under him. This is horizontal differentiation. We have discussed vertical. So now this is horizontal. Horizontal is in a like slanting way. Then multi-division structure. The general manager is there. Then division 1, division 2, division 3. Multiple divisions are created in a related industry. Division 1 may be at one place, division 2 may be at another, and 3 may be at another place. So this is a horizontal differentiation. Means all people are working at the same level except for the manager. These three, the heads of these three are at par with each other. No one is working under anybody. Then the next is divisional or M form. M form is the multi-divisional design. So in this, the organizational arrangement based on multiple business is related areas operating within a larger organizational framework, following a strategy of related diversification. Okay, so activities are decentralized down to the divisional level. Others are centralized at the corporate level. The activities are decentralized. Means like this department is looking for after one activity. This is looking after one activity. This division is looking after one activity. Actually, these are not departments separately. They are separate units. This division 1 is looking after the sales in the north region. Division 2 is looking after the sales in south region. So this way. So they are themselves like full-fledged they are themselves functioning full-fledgedly, and there is decentralization of the activities. The activities are distributed amongst the department. Yes, now you can see geographical structure. Eastern region head office, central region head office, western region office, then there is a head office where the general manager is sitting. So departments are created based on geographic regions. All the activities in one geographic region is categorized into one unit. Now this is another type, the fourth and the last type, that is matrix organization. In this, like CEO is the head, we have vice president of engineering, production, finance, marketing, then HR also, and project manager A, project manager B, project manager C. Means the number of people at different levels is the same. Project manager B is handling 4 employees, C is also handling 4 employees, and A is also handling 4 employees. And they all are reporting to the vice presidents of the department, and these vice presidents are reporting to the CEOs. Okay. Yes, employees are reporting to the vice president, and such an organization is this type of setup is seen when the company works on a particular project, like the TCS company, that is Tata Consultancy Services. If they take up a project in US, then in that case they may have this type of a setup. Matrix organization they might set up, and because the project is for a specific time, maybe for 3 months, 6 months, or a year or so. So that setup may be done because it's a temporary setup. And once the project is completed, the structure may be dissolved. Okay, Vinod? Now, what are the advantages of the same? It enhances organizational flexibility. Team members have the opportunity to learn new skills. They are working directly under the topmost employees, top management. So they have lots of scope. Then it provides an efficient way to the organization. Then team members serve as bridges to their departments. Now disadvantages are employees are very uncertain about reporting relationships. Although it may seem that they report to the vice president, but do you think that the vice president of a company is going to come to the lower level employees and talk with them? practically. Samu, Tamil Rasi? No, not really. They won't interact with them every time. Yeah, only sometimes. That's right, Vinod. Then more time may be required for coordinating the task-related activities. Now the third part of organization is responsibility. So what is the meaning of that? Responsibility is the obligation to perform or duty to carry out certain activities. Okay. Establishing task and reporting relationship. Now what is task relationship? It tells us how activities related to each other are related to each other in an organization, and how the basic units of an organization are formed, and establishment of job description and job specifications. Job specification is the prerequisites of job. Like when you look at a vacancy advertisement, then you get the job specification idea. You get to know what type of a person is needed. He should be having this much of experience, minimum qualification, minimum working experience, minimum age, and everything. So those are the job specifications. And job description is what has to be done, what is the actual role that has to be performed. Okay, so that is the task of organizing team rather. Now establishing reporting relationships. It is finding out the chain of command and the span of control or the span of management. Now who reports to whom? How many subordinates will a supervisor have? So this all comes under these two principles of management. Now accountability is the answerability. To whom are the people answerable? Now line and staff authority and delegation of authority. So what is line and staff authority? First let's see what is authority. Authority is the right to take a decision. Okay. So it's right to take decisions that arises due to position. Authority always comes with the position. Once you are out of that position, you no longer have any authority. That is a very obvious thing. So authority is the right to perform or command. It allows its holder to act in certain designated ways and to directly influence the action of others through orders. The principal of the school orders the teachers. The teachers orders the students. This is how the chain of command is followed. The types: line authority and staff authority. Now what is line authority? In this the chain of command in the organizational structure that flows major decisions making power. That is line authority, the decision making power. It comes with the line, as like we saw in those structures. The CEO, then the vice president, then the project manager, then departmental head, then the supervisor, then the foreman, then the labor. So that is the line authority. And the officially sanctioned ability to issue orders to subordinate employees within an organization. So it's because of the position that you have the authority. And staff authority consists of the right to advise or assist those who possess line authority as well as other staff personnel. Means it's like more of advising instead of ordering. So various committees which are formed in an organization, like there is a grievance redressal cell in every organization. So what is the role of that? They have the staff authority. They can advise other people on their behavior. The delegation of authority is giving authority to the others, granting of authority. So assigning work to subordinates and giving them necessary authority to do the assigned work effectively. Like sometimes what do managers do? They designate their authority. They grant their authority to the subordinate. They give them that you have this authority and you have to get this task done in this much of time and from these many people. So that is delegation of authority. They are giving their authority to some other person. Now what are the features of the same? There is no delegation of total authority. Delegation of only that authority a manager has. Representation of the superior. Delegation for organizational purpose only. Restoration of delegated authority. Balance of authority and responsibility. And no delegation of responsibility. Means even after delegating his authority, the manager is responsible for the task. If the person to whom he has delegated his authority, if he makes a mistake, then who will be held responsible? The manager will be held responsible. Okay. Tamila, Vinod and Samu, is it clear? Vinod, Samu, are you there? Okay. So there are many conflicts between line and staff employees. So these are the reasons for that. We don't need to discuss that in detail. Now next is centralization and decentralization of authority. So let's see what it holds. So this PPT has now ended. I'll take you to another one. Let's go to the PPT which tells about its nature. So what is the nature of organizing? There is always a group of persons. Yes, there has to be a person whom you have to control, whom you have to organize. You have to put them to the right task. They have a common objective in the mind. There is division of work. There are different departments who have the authority, who have been given the responsibility to do a particular job. The efforts are always cooperative. There is always communication between the different departments. There is a central authority to whom everybody reports. Rules and regulations need to be followed, and it's a very dynamic function. It keeps on changing. So these are the different nature or the features of organization which have been discussed in detail. Group of persons, I think, is very simple. We all know that there is a group of people which has to be governed. Then common objectives is every organization has a common objective distinct from personal objective of the members. That we all know. Division of work is done. The efforts, the activities are divided amongst the departments. And why is it needed? Because One individual cannot do all the work, but specialization results in efficiency and effectiveness. Okay? In cooperative efforts, the efforts need to be cooperative. If there will be conflicts and fluctuations amongst the members, then we cannot get the best result. Communication, there should be continuous communication among the different departments. Then central authority is, in an organization, there is a central directing authority which controls the concerted efforts of the group. That is the chain of command. Rules and regulations. For the orderly and systematic working of the members, rules and regulations are laid down. Then dynamic element is, an organization is not a mere mechanical structure but a living organism arising out of the sentiments, attitudes and behavior of people. The people are the material of construction that holds the structure together and gives its vitality. So we should not treat the organization as just a structure. We should give respect to the emotions of the people who are involved in the structure. Okay. Now what is the importance of organizing? It has, of course, the following advantages. It facilitates administration. That is the first advantage, and the most obvious one also. It encourages growth and diversification. Since we can organize, we can diversify. Means we can go into the manufacturing of related products also. That is diversification. Then there is optimum use of technology. It stimulates innovation and technology, encourages human relations, it ensures the continuity of enterprise, it brings this coordination in the activities. Now how is it done? That has been explained. This is very obvious. Administration, it facilitates administration, that we can discuss. Like individual goals can be coordinated towards group goals. It has enabled organizations to grow and expand to giant sizes. Systematic division of work and consistent delegation of authority facilitate taking up of new activities and meeting new demands. Technology is used to the best, and more and new things are introduced every time to time. So that is all very simple. Now how this process is done? Process of organization. First is identification of activities. First you need to identify what has to be done. Then you have to group the activities. Similar type of activities are put under one department. Then delegation of authority is done. Then assignment of duties. That is the last step. Is the PPT loaded at your end, the next one? It talks about assignment of duties. Yes. So this is finished. Now we can go to the quiz which I was talking about. Okay. Tamil, Vinod and Samu. Are you there? All of you? Okay. So can you see the quiz in the Word format? Everybody? So now you have to solve it, and you have to write your answers in the box that has been provided for the same. Okay, and you need to be you just need to give your answer, and you don't need to like be in a hush. You can take your time and answer. So we can start off. The first is, which company's mobile phones are marketed with the slogan "Big inside, small outside"? It's Nokia, Sony, Samsung or Motorola? No idea. Vinod says Motorola. Tamil Rasi, what do you think? Tamil also has no idea. Okay. Vinod, that's not the right answer, Motorola. The answer is Sony. The next is, which Indian enterprise used the slogan improving the quality of life? Reliance, Tata, Birla or ITC? Yes, Tamil, Vinod, Samu, what happened? Vinod says Reliance. Just a Tamila says Reliance. Guess. Okay. Samu, what do you think is the answer? Okay, you can just see the questions. I'm having a glass of water. I'm just catching up. 1 minute. Okay, you're not able to. So, Samu, I read your message. Sorry, it's difficult for me as I stay away from India since a long time. Okay, no problem. And you can do the questions which you know. Do you know the fourth one? I think it's easy. Which network marketing company sells with the slogan "Better ideas, better life"? This is a little easy one. What do you think it is? A third one is Malayalam Manorama. Which company? You need not read us to understand us. I'm not sure about that answer. I myself a little confused. The fourth one is, what is the fourth one? Which network marketing company sells with the slogan, better ideas, better life? It is Amway. Yeah, Amway is the correct answer for that one. Now can you go to the next? Fifth one is Ericsson. Yes, that's a simple one. Sixth one, Forester is the name of a car manufactured by Ford, BMW, Chevrolet or Mitsubishi. It's Mitsubishi. Yes, Vinod. Seventh is easy. Louis Philippe is the brand name of a dash. It's the name of a shirt. Power is the name of a oil from which of the oil giants? IOCL, HP, BPCL or Shell? It's Tamil, the eighth one. Samu, you can't see the eighth one. Now is it visible to you? All the four options. Power is the name of oil from which of the following oil giants? IOCL, HP, BPCL or Shell? Samu, can you see now? Yes, you can log out and log in again. Then you'll be able to see. You log out once and log in again. You can see that. Okay. I'll be showing a video after this one. Okay. Now ninth one is Carrier is the leading name in the field of dash. Air cooling, air conditioning, refrigeration or icing. Air conditioning. Yes, Vinod. Tamil, you're not giving the answer. You don't know this one. This is simple. It is air conditioning. Carrier is a company that manufactures air conditioners. Isn't it? Okay, which car gives you fun on the run? Alto, Icon, Lancer or City? Yes, it's Alto. It's Alto. It's an Indian car. It's Alto. Maruti Suzuki is Alto. You read Dash newspaper because you deserve to know. We know that was a guess, but that was your wild guess was correct. Alto. I skipped this one because it's related to Indian newspapers only. Magic is the brand name of which mobile prepaid card? Again, I think it's Indian question. You won't be knowing this. Not this one. Cerelac is the brand of which company's baby foods? Kellogg's, Nestle, Johnson & Johnson or HLL? Nestle. Yes, it's Nestle. If you use this company software, you question yourself, where do you want to go today? You know this one? Microsoft, SCO, Novel or Lotus? Samu? Camilla? It's Novel. Let's leave the 15th one. 16th also. Now this do you know? Taj Group of Hotels is a chain of hotels from which company? Grand Bay, Welcome, Tata or ITC? Tata? No. It's not Tata. It's ITC. Yes, Vinod, it's ITC. This time your guess was wrong. Now this company is Applying Thought. This is the slogan of which company? Applying Thought. Infosys, Wipro, Sun, Ernst & Young. Applying Thought. It's Wipro. Samu says Wipro. What about Vinod and Tamila? Tamila? Vinod says Sun. It's Wipro. Wipro is a company which has the slogan Applying Thought. Okay. Then next one, 19. Your neighbors will go envy if you own this television. LG, Samsung, Videocon or Onida. Do you remember that previous advertisement of that Onida brand? Yes. The ghost was there. Now last one. Harmony is the name of which company textile? Reliance, Vimal, Dick Jam or Bombay Dyeing? Dick Jam. Two people are saying Dick Jam. Okay, now let's see this video. It's on the importance of organization.
Hi, today I'm going to teach you about some of the organizational structures taught in our business textbooks, Unit 2.2.
This is the second question.
This diagram shows the level of responsibility and authority versus the level of command in a business. As we can see, those at the top of the business have the most authority and responsibility. And for example, the finance director being in charge of all the financial aspects of the business. There's a small command for these at the top of the business, as a large number of people having responsibility and authority would lead to chaos within the business. On the other hand, those at the bottom of the pyramid have little responsibility and authority, but there is a great command for them. This category would include all the other employees, which are such as the technicians, cleaners, office staff, etc.
In the upward direction.
In diagram number 2, we see that the managing director has a narrow span of control. This business can be considered to be a tall structure, and thus there will be quicker communication between smaller teams. And these smaller teams are easier to manage and control. There are many layers in the organization, which leads us to the different levels of hierarchy seen in this diagram. Through using a hierarchy structure, departments, such as the production department and the marketing department, have been established. This organization can improve coordination and productivity of the workforce, and create a sense of belonging in the workplace, thus acting as a form of motivation.
These are the advantages of having
On this slide, there's a diagram of a tall hierarchy and a flat hierarchy. As you can see, the tall hierarchy takes the form of a taller and narrower triangle, whereas the flat hierarchy takes the form of a shorter and wider triangle. This shows that the tall hierarchies have more levels of hierarchy, with a narrow span of control, and the flat hierarchies have little levels of hierarchy, with a wide span of control. Tall hierarchy structures have a long chain of command, meaning communication is passed through many stages, while flat hierarchy structures opposes that with a short chain of command. If a company were to change from a tall hierarchy to a flat hierarchy, delayering, also known as downsizing, would have to take place. Delayering is the process of removing one or more layers in the hierarchy in order to flatten out the organizational structure, while downsizing is to reduce the size of the core workforce. This will widen the span of control and reduce the numbers of layers of management. These two diagrams are similar to the diagrams we saw previously, as they show a contrast between a tall hierarchy business with a narrow span of control and a flat hierarchy business with a wide span of control. The diagram above, the one with the wider span of control, has the advantage of keeping costs under control as there are less managerial positions in the firm. The diagram below, the one with the narrow span of control, has the advantage of easier communication with the subordinates, as smaller groups tend to have less tension and conflict.
Do you all get the link?
This is a diagram of a centralized or entrepreneurial structure. In a centralized structure, the vast majority of decision-making is performed by a very small number of people, and they're usually the senior management team. The decisions made by the senior management team span across a wide spectrum of things, including outsourcing and offshoring. Outsourcing is the act of moving non-core activities away from internal operations by finding an external party to carry out such functions. Offshoring is an extension of outsourcing, and it involves relocating business functions and processes overseas. For example, production offshoring in a centralized or entrepreneurial structure would involve decisions about manufacturing overseas being made without delegation with the actual productions team. The diagram shows that the management director, MD, in the center makes all the decisions, and there is no delegation and no communication between the other members of the organization, such as research and development, finance, etc. A centralized structure results in better control and a better sense of direction, where rapid decision-making can take place because only a few people have a say in the decisions. However, because there are only a few people that make decisions, there may be delays in decision-making because of that small number, and thus that puts pressure and stress on senior management. Other disadvantages include inflexibility, and there may be a lack of motivation for other employees because they may feel less valued. It is likely that in a centralized or entrepreneurial structure, there is bureaucracy, where there are prescribed rules, responsibilities, and standardized procedures set out by the senior management team. This diagram shows the collaborative needed in a business for it to succeed. All the departments, sales, marketing, account, and production need to work together, as we can see that their corresponding circles always overlap in the diagram. In fact, naturally the different departments will have to come together to successfully produce their good. Sales and production to not work together, etc. This organizational structure gives the workers empowerment, as they get to make their own decisions for their corresponding department and execute their own ideas for the good of the business. Contrasting the previous diagram, the collaborative structure is decentralized, meaning decisions are not made by one small group of people. Rather, there is delegation, meaning the decision-making authority and responsibility is passed on to others in the organization. The advantages are that input from the workforce is given, there is speedier day-to-day decision-making because of the larger number of people, higher morale, encouraged teamwork, and improved accountability as the staff are held accountable for their input. Thus, it may lead to an improved quality of work. However, because of the mass number of people making decisions, there may be a loss of control, a greater chance of mistakes, and there will be greater reliance on effective communication. A collaborative structure can also be seen in my example of a music event. In order for a music event to be successful, the band, ticketing department, catering services, advertising department, and those in charge of stage and venue must all work together. More specifically, for example, the advertisement department must be familiar with information regarding the band, ticket prices, food and drinks, and the venue to make a good advertisement. This is thus a collaborative structure. This is a diagram of a matrix structure. A matrix structure is a flexible organization of employees from different departments within an organization temporarily working together on a particular project. Functional departments still exist except a team of workers, known as a project team, has the opportunity to work on projects with colleagues from other departments, thus the lines connecting each of the departments along with the main project in the middle. A matrix structure provides an opportunity for teamwork, where experts from different parts of the business are brought together and get to do a variety of projects, thus adding interest and increasing staff motivation. This provides for good career and personal development opportunities for the workers and reduces pressure on senior management. However, there may be a conflict of interest between those who are working together, and because these teams are formed only on a temporary basis and team members are not required to get along with each other, tension and conflict may arise, resulting in a bad end product. Project managers will definitely have a difficult task in controlling these members. Although there is the chance for conflict, there is also the opportunity for an informal organization to develop. An informal organization consists of people who have become friends or share similar interests. There are 3 types. Advice networks, where guidance to help solve problems is shared amongst each other. Trust networks, where people rely on each other's loyalty, dependability, and trustworthiness. And finally, communication networks, where people talk on a normal basis as friends. Informal organizations bring motivation, communication amongst the different faculties or departments, and helps with decision making. That was my broadcast on 2.2's organizational structures. I hope it was helpful or you learned something. Thank you. sales and production to not work together, etc. This organizational structure gives the workers empowerment, as they get to make their own decisions for their corresponding department and execute their own ideas for the good of the business. Contrasting the previous diagram, the collaborative structure is decentralized, meaning decisions are not made by one small group of people.